Well, good day, my friends. It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I hope you said great. Right now, we're passing through Georgia on our way to Alabama. And a lot of times we go and visit famous graves, people that have a fascinating story. Today, we're going to a famous grave, but not of a celebrity. Kind of a famous grave because of the tragedy that happened and kind of the amazing beauty that the family and the community has shown since. This would be an interesting one. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. I do have this guy, and so kind of makes me understand what the parents must have gone through for this little child that we're gonna go visit. Well, we hit a train. We're almost there. It's like on the border of Alabama and Georgia, and you can even see the sign right there for the town. Lynette, Alabama. We'll just look at him while we wait for the train to go by. Is that okay with you, Ja, if we just look at you? Listen to all those cicadas, wow. Here we are at Oakwood Cemetery. Right here on the border of Georgia and Alabama is a cemetery with a pretty interesting story, sad story, and an eye-catching grave that you can see from the main road right here. You can't miss it. This is Little Nadine Earle. Little Nadine Earles was a little girl who unfortunately passed away before her 5th birthday. So she had a cleft lip from the time she was little and had a surgery, and over the years was planning to actually have a second surgery, which was about to come up when she ended up getting diphtheria, which was a respiratory disease. And so this was highly contagious at the time. Her apparently her whole neighborhood was roped off, and so her family was basically under a quarantine. They weren't allowed to leave the house, so she wanted a dollhouse for Christmas. And so her father started building her a dollhouse. And even though they had some presents for her already, and they wanted to give those to her early because she was really, really ill, she wanted the dollhouse. And sadly, she ended up succumbing to the illness and dying 5 days before Christmas. So her father had been building the dollhouse, but he wasn't able to get it finished. He had all the materials. He was working at a feverish pace trying to get it done for his daughter, and he just sadly did not get it done in time. So he decided they would make a permanent dollhouse here for her grave, and hired some contractors because they knew the way that they were going to build it before with the wood and everything, it wouldn't work, so they had to do it with brick. And then when it was finally completed, they ended up having a big celebration out here. They had a bunch of children with ice cream and cake, and it was to celebrate her 5th birthday. So Little Nadine's, this is her mausoleum. Her grave is in here, her toys, and there's a photo from that day celebrating her life on her 5th birthday. Really sad story, but it's a really amazing grave. And you'll notice her mother is right here, her father's buried right there, and you probably wonder, well, what happens, you know, who would take care of the grave after that? 'Cause she was the oldest of their children. What ended up happening actually is the town gets so many people visiting, and just had such a soft spot for this family and this story that they've taken over meticulously caring for it, making it look good, And it does. And it's a full-fledged dollhouse. You can see here it has her crypt. It says Earls 1933. And it is a dollhouse with windows all the way around. Little awnings. So sad. Even a little post office box, you can leave little notes to her. I mean, so sad for the family. I can't even imagine. I hate to say it's become a roadside attraction, but it really has become a highly visited roadside attraction, which kind of crazy in some ways, but also in some ways she always has, you know, people to maybe quote unquote come out and play with her, come out and visit her. So here's her mother, Alma. And down at the bottom it says Mama of little Nadine. And it's her little mailbox and the door. This is her father, Julian. And it has a little quote. It says, Daddy of little Nadine. Look at that. Very, very nice. So well kept. Look, people have even left a little Easter egg out here for her. So there's the door. There you can see some toys. And this oval photo right here, that's the one that has a photo of all the kids. You can't really see it. I can see kids sitting in front of the dollhouse. I'll see if I can zoom in for you. But that's what that is. That's her 5th birthday celebration. There's some more toys. Some of the toys that she was gifted. And people bring new toys. And there's her crypt right there. This is little Nadine. In heaven we hope to meet. And then it says, me want it now. Sweet little Nadine. There's AstroTurf on the ground in there. So it's very, very well kept. Don't have to worry about any bugs or anything really. It's always locked, and of course, like I said, people are always coming to visit. There's little toys in the windowsill even, some crayons, little doll baby in the high chair, so a nice resting place. People leave money, little toys, bubble gum, candy. Like I said, at the time, it was highly contagious what ended up killing her. So now you can treat it a little bit easier. People don't die from it as commonly, but that's sad. You're trying to have an operation to repair a cleft lip and then end up getting sick on your way leading up to that, and heartbreaking for the family. But I love their idea. I love their sentiment. It's like, if we couldn't get her dollhouse in life, we'll give it to her in death. And I'm so glad that somebody takes care of it, that the actual city here cares enough to care for it. Like I said, they get tons of people out here. It's always written about. I see photos. I've actually been out here before, didn't film it or anything, didn't vlog it, but I do know people love things like this, and they do love to come and visit and pay their respects for people that had stories like this. So, you know, that old adage, when someone quits saying your name or quits visiting, that's when you're truly forgotten. So as long as people keep coming out and telling the story of little Nadine Earls, then she'll never be forgotten. I hope you enjoyed this story. I hope you if you're anywhere near this area, you'll stop by and visit the little girl buried in a dollhouse, her Christmas wish. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great night and goodbye.